Here's level 15. Think of it as a fraction of a little circle and a fraction of a big circle. And we're looking at the shaded region between the big circle and the little circle, but we're really looking at 3/4 of that. This is 3/4 of the big circumference, and this is 3/4 of a small circumference. We have the big radius, we're given the little radius of the little circle, and this is the radius of the big circle. We have the big radius and the little radius. That will give us the big circumference and a little circumference. Then we can figure out 3/4 of the big circumference and 3/4 of the little circumference. The big radius is 36.5. The little radius is 16.5. The circumference is 2 pi r equals 2 times pi times the big radius. The little radius is 2 times pi times the little circumference is 2 times pi times the little radius. 3/4 of the big circumference is 3 divided by 4, or 0.75, times the 229.3362. That gives us 172.0021977. And 3/4 times the little circumference gives us 77.5. This distance is 172.0021. And then the 3/4 of little circumference is 77.7544. Then we have to know this length, which is the big radius, take away the small radius. I'm going to call this the end is the big radius, take away the small radius, which is 20. This length is 20, and that length is 20. The perimeter is, if we start at the small circumference, it's a small circumference plus the 20 plus the big circumference plus the 20. So the small circumference plus the 20 plus the big 3/4 of the circumference plus the 20. And then we're done. The sum of all of these values gives us 289.7566159. Goes on for a while. I'm going to have the 9 tell this 5 to become a 6 kilometers. And that's our answer. Press enter to see if you're right. Let's do another one. This is a very similar question, but instead of being 3/4, it's 1/4. In this case, we have the little radius and we have the end length. We don't have the big radius. We have the little radius is 29.8. The end is 11.6. The big radius is the 29.8 added to the 11.6. That added to this is 41.4. The big radius is 41.4. I need to get the big circumference is 2 times pi times the big radius. We're after 1/4 of that. The big circumference divided by 4 is that divided by 4. The little circumference is 2 times pi times the little radius. We are after 1/4 of that. Little circumference divided by 4 is that number divided by 4, which is 46.80973. This is 46.8, and this length is 65.03. We need to add all of that together. I'm going to start with the 11.6. I'm going to just go around this way, plus the 46.8, copy that there, and then the 11.6 again, and then the 65.0309, and that's the total distance around the outside. It is equal to the sum of all of that. 135.040698. Here I'm going to tell the 4 to tell the 8 to remain an 8 meters, and then press enter to see if you're right. And that is it for level 15. Have a good day.